Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Wednesday's edition of the MUFC Daily. Paul Pogba reminds me of Nick Cotton and Terry Duckworth. Now, if you're not a soap fan and you haven't been watching soaps for all these years, let me explain to you who Jack Duckworth and Nick Cotton are. Nick Cotton and, Nick Cotton and Terry Duckworth were sons. So Nick Cotton was the son of Charlie and Doc Cotton in EastEnders, and Terry Duckworth was the son of Jack and Vera. Basically, they were spoiled, they were only children, they were spoiled, and they became very, very bad people. Now, in terms of Terry, Vera always believed in him and blocked out all the badness within him, and Dot did the same with Nick, even though Nick tried to poison her. I know this seems like very this is nothing to do with Manchester United, but we're getting there. This is a discussion about Paul Pogba for the next 9 minutes. So, these women believed in their sons and didn't want to believe they were bad people. And some Manchester United fans don't want to believe that Pogba has been a failure, an outright failure at Manchester United. He's had some good performances, but mostly mundane, mediocre, terrible performances. He seems to be more interested in the limelight. The kids love him. He's a very glamorous figure. He's a good footballer, but he hasn't showed it enough at Manchester United. And the truth is, he doesn't think he needs to. He's been more interested in France than he has been in Manchester United. And, you know, he started at United as a very young man, and I don't feel he feels the club in his heart and soul. He's a failed experiment, and he needs to go, and he will go. And I believe he will go in January. And this thing with Paul, he's a bit like Paul Gascoigne. Everyone used to give him chance after chance. Gascoigne was a great player, a generational talent, but he was a pisshead. And, well, I hate to say this, but Paul Gascoigne was an idiot as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, he flushed his career down the loo. He could have been up there with Cristiano Ronaldo, even Pele and Maradona if he kept fit. That's the truth. The man's ability was sensational. Paul Pogba hasn't flushed his career down the toilet, but we live in a time where players are interested in the commercial side of the game and the financial side of the game. And the truth is that Pogba isn't a Manchester United player. He is, but he's not a Manchester United player. It's as simple as that. I don't know what else to say to you people. And a lot of you are not going to like what I'm saying. I mean, there's going to be about 5 of you watching, right? So maybe 1, 2 of you are not going to be happy about what I'm saying. Maybe none of you are going to be happy. So he is like Terry Duckworth and Nick Cotton. We all keep on forgiving him. Oh, my Pogba, my Paul. He's all right, really. He don't mean it. He'll be better next game. But the truth is, he won't. And he hasn't. He's sometimes been good. So then the argument is you need to play him in his best position. That is true. His best position at Juventus was just behind the forward in that Cantona role. And he was very effective. He's very rarely been in that role. But the truth of the matter is, you play where you play. You can still be effective. I remember in one game, Cantona headed the fucking ball off the line, right? And Cantona never used to go back, but he did it. The point is, he's not an Eric Cantona. He's not a hero of Manchester United. He will be remembered more as a Juventus player than a Manchester United player. So I'm happy for him to go. I'm not in the position now to say, please stay, please stay. In the past, I've been right. I like Paul Pogba. Yeah, there's this situation and that. I'll be happy he re-signs. The problem is that people think that the media keep on saying he's undecided, he's going to wait till the end of the season. No, Ralph doesn't want that. Ralph wants him out now. I think his comments in the presser last week were very clear. And I think it means that if you don't want to stay, mate, go. This undecided crap is not going to sit well with Ralph. The club want money for him. They want him out. They've made him an offer. He's not signing on to that offer because he wants more money. So him and his agent, Rolo, are trying to create this blag where, oh yeah, we've got so many offers. It's like when I tried to make my girlfriend jealous when I was like 19 years old. Oh yeah, all these girls think I'm so hot just to make her jealous. Of course, she knew I was bullshitting. And we know they're bullshitting. So it's time for Pogba and Rolo to pack up and go. That's it. It's the end of the saga. It's the end of the story. We are now in a new era of Manchester United. And I know the COVID pandemic and the cancellation of the Brentford game and maybe the cancellation of the Brighton game are kind of got us in this underwhelming feeling. There's no football for us at the moment. But football will be back sometime or the other, hopefully. You know, we'll be playing again. But the plans behind the scenes and what Ralph is doing are still happening. And I do believe that he wants Pogba to go in January if he doesn't sign now. And I think that's the case. So Pogba has a decision to make. He signs his damn contract or he goes now. Of course he wants to go on a free. The signing on fee is brilliant. Damn you, Bosman. It's all your fault. But I think we're all hanging with this situation. And I think it really helps the club if he goes. I think he does have an influence on other players. I don't think he's good for the dressing room. Listen, he's like the old Spice Boys at Liverpool. It's that mentality. We don't need that mentality. Now, when people like Gary Neville have blamed the players, or Roy Keane have said, you know, these players keep on, you know, framing the managers under the bus and letting them down. Even though I think the managers got what they deserved, I think Keane and Neville have got a slight point. This is why I think half of these players will be gone, and I think that Pogba needs to go, and I think Pogba will go. If he doesn't sign, because who knows, he might, I don't think he will sign, and I think he'll go because he'll be forced to go. But if there's no offers and it's all bullshit, he'll have to sign. So what Ralph has done is very, very clever. Put up or shut up. So I think he's either going to sign or he's going to go, and this is going to be dealt with by the end of January. I genuinely believe that, because this is a different mentality. This is not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is not Jose Mourinho. This is not LVG. This is not Moyes. You know, there's a discipline kind of atmosphere around Manchester United. The players know it. And I think slowly but surely you will get certain interactions through social media, but not the go-agains we've been getting. Players you thought would be shoo-ins in this new era won't be shoo-ins. I think the exits you're going to see even in January are going to be shocking. And if Paul Pogba leaves in January, I will lose no sleep. I've never wanted to beg a player to stay at Manchester United. Manchester United, whether it's in a crap era or a great era, is one of the greatest, most successful, wealthiest clubs in the world, right? And it should be an honour for you to play. For you to say to me, Paul, that you're undecided whether you want to stay at Manchester United or not, tells me you shouldn't stay at Manchester United. That's my opinion. So I don't hate Paul Pogba. I don't have any agenda against Paul Pogba, but he has been inconsistent. He hasn't done it. And I mean, it's done. He's had chance after chance. He's had an opportunity to re-sign. If you're a Man United fan, if you claim you're a United fan, if you claim you care about this club, you re-sign. You've been offered good money. I understand as a businessman, you want to sign on a free somewhere else, and if that's what kind of mercenary you are, you're going to have a problem with Ralph in the club now, because you are now in a chess game where they're going to say, go now or sign the contract. And we won't play you if you don't sign the contract. Now, he can still get another deal at the end of the season, but at least they can say, go into the reserves, play with the kids, we don't give a fuck about you, go away. We're not playing you, we're not interested in you because you're not interested in us. You're not interested in the future, the heart and soul of this club. So why should we play you? And I think this is the realistic situation. He either signs, or he goes in January, or he never plays for Manchester United again. And I think this is the kind of thing that Ralph will do, unless Ralph feels he can utilise him for the rest of the season. And I think Ralph's seen enough to know that because the way he spoke about Pogba was very interesting to me, where he said we don't need him, we don't think he's not a good player, but we don't beg people to stay at Manchester United. And I think without him saying, do you know what, I think we should just move on from this guy, he pretty much said, let's move on from this guy. So I think this is what's happening behind the scenes. So it's up to Paul now, but no one within the club, maybe a few, you know, naive souls outside of the club are begging for Paul to stay and having sleepless nights, but within the club, it's put up or shut up. And that's absolutely the right thing to do. This has been the MUFC Daily. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss this perfection. And I'll see you again tomorrow with even more MUFC Daily. Until then, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. See you again tomorrow.